ship one too, doggone him.
Hey. Hey, come on. Maybe you busted something. Ah, well, the heck with it. Come on, drag him out of here.
Hold still. Who are you? Dr. Mannering. There's nothing much wrong with you.
I'm gonna have to take your word for that. What's this all about?
You're in jail.
What for? What's going on? You be quiet. What am I doing in here?
Don't you know?
I haven't got any idea. You hear me? I've got a right to know what's going on. Right?
I guess not.
That goes for you too, Doc. Look, you can't just throw a man in jail for no reason.
Let him rest a bit. I'll tell you frankly, I don't approve of any of this.
Who's in charge? I want to talk to somebody. Hey, neighbor. Hey, what's going on? Hey! Anybody there? Hey! Howdy. What's your name? Let's see, you're eating up with curiosity. So I'll tell you. Mine's Candy. What's going on?
My head hurts.
Well, that gives us something else in common, friend, because so does mine.
Mine hurts worse than yours.
You can't be sure of that.
There's the black spots in front of my eyes.
So do I. When I stand up.
Well, I got 'em lying down, and there's these little specks of light.
You got me beat.
Hey.
You got my sympathies.
You got anything to drink?
No, partner. They picked me clean.
Oh, dang woman. Oh, blast her anyway.
Yeah. I suppose you'll give me some idea what's going on around here.
Look, I told you my head aches. It'd be a help to me if you quit tromping around in them nothing boots of yours.
Hey, out there, hey! Hey, what's going on around here?
Hey, Roy, hurry!
Can you hear me? Oh! Hey, cut that out! Cut it out!
You almost got him, Drake. Spread out!
Don't go away. I want to ask you something! Henry Young, he was hung awful young. 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 Andy, Sandy, Andy, Sandy, Candy, Sandy. Just a dandy. Hey, you out there.
Shut up in there,
What's going on?
or I'm gonna come in here and shut you up.
Come on, get down off that horse.
You don't have to dump me off. Up on your feet.
Come on, let's go.
That's a ticket.
I don't know about you, friend, but I'm beginning not to like this at all.
All right, get in. How long I'm gonna be here? Keep quiet.
Hey,
Who's that?
my name's Candy.
Mine's Bird. What the heck's going on here?
I'm kind of hoping you could tell me.
Oh, Lordy,
Hey, what'd you do?
Oh, nothing serious. I swear it. Nobody's telling me nothing.
Yeah, same here. What's cell you in?
Second from the end. Where are you?
I don't know. Hey, stick your arm out.
Can you see it?
No. Wave it around.
How about that?
Get that arm back inside. All right, on your feet.
Where you taking me?
Let's go.
What are you guys gonna do to me?
Come on, move.
Oh. Why did they have to put you in here?
That's exactly what I'm trying to figure out, friend.
Would you just come over here for a minute? Well, come on. I want to know how one man can make so much noise. It's the boots. Mister, if you paid more than $1.25 for them boots, you got robbed. Oh, all that tromping around ain't helping my headache none.
Oh, I plumb forgot. I'm sorry. Do you know what they're up to?
Really bothers you, don't it?
Yeah.
I think I'll just let you fret on it for a while.
That's very kind of you.
I heard the whole thing, you know. I've been here since last night.
Drunk.
Some. Well, a man spends all week slaving to repair boots that ought to be thrown away. He needs a little fun. What I heard before they put you in here was purely awful. Awfulest thing I ever heard of.
Yeah. What?
And it's for me to know and you find out.
No, you don't know.
Well, maybe I don't. Then again, maybe I do.
Whatever makes you happy, friend.
All right, you're next. Come on. Come on, get out of there.
Howdy.
Sit down.
I was kind of wondering where my stuff was. Are you in charge here?
Ain't he the cool one, Mr. Burnham?
If there's anything missing, I want to know who to hold to account.
What's your name?
Kennedy. People generally call me Candy.
Where you from?
Near Virginia City.
Long way. What are you doing in Stillwater?
Business? Kinda.
Which way'd you come in? From the south?
No, from over east to here.
Virginia City's down south.
I don't know what you're fishing for. If you let me tell my story, maybe I can settle what's bothering you.
Explain the money.
I work for a man named Cartwright.
Ben Cartwright?
You know him, Mr. Burnham?
I've heard of him.
Well, Mr. Cartwright and his two sons and myself are taking a swing through here to look at breeding stock. Day before yesterday, Mr. Cartwright sent me over to Big Fork to collect some money owing him, a man named Sam Whalen. That's it, right there, $400. I left there yesterday afternoon to come on over here. I'm supposed to meet Mr. Cartwright at the hotel.
What time did you get in today?
Around noon.
Came straight over from Big Fork.
That's right.
Where'd you spend the night?
It's about 20 miles out. It's a little spring.
By yourself?
Mm-hmm.
You sure you didn't swing down around south here this morning?
Dead sure. I came right straight in.
Anybody back you up on this?
I don't know.
You talked to anybody?
Yes. There was one fella, an old man.
When was this?
About mid-morning. The place was about 6-8 miles east of here.
What was his name?
Haynes, Baines, something like that.
Praise be. Praise be.
All right. Let's just try to take it easy, Mr. Burnham.
What's going on?
Oh, Harry, I think my prayers have been answered.
Starting to look that way.
What's he talking about?
That's what he's talking about right here. Well, money's money. Didn't tell me much.
Where'd you get this?
I told you.
Tell me again.
I collected it from Sam Whalen. It's owing to Mr. Cartwright.
This Whalen, he knew you were coming for it?
That's right.
A funny way to do business, wouldn't you say?
It seemed all right to me.
This amount of money, men generally use a check, bank draft.
That's what I was expecting. That's the way Sam wanted to do it. I don't like carrying that much cash around with me.
Must have broke your heart.
It It was Saturday. There was no way to get a bank draft. I bought the money belt.
There's no paper in any of this stuff to indicate such a deal.
Why should there be? I gave Sam a receipt. He gave me the money. I don't need a paper. If you don't believe me, ask Sam Whalen.
He's in big port. We got you here.
Look, Mr. Cartwright can vouch for him. He's probably at the hotel right now.
From what you say, he hasn't seen you for 2 days. He doesn't know what you've been up to. Who was with you?
Nobody.
There's no point in lying, boy. We know you were there.
Where? Where? Look, I don't know what you want. If you just tell me what you're after, I know I can straighten it out.
Well, that's the idea, son. I spent a lot of years questioning people. You never tell them how much you know. Makes it a little harder for them to trim their story. What'd you do with the rest of the money?
I didn't have any other money.
That's Steve's bunch.
Partner guy?
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't have a partner.
How do you explain the horse?
One horse.
Horse you left over at the delivery station?
Oh, well, didn't think we knew about that, did you?
Recognize him?
No, well, am I supposed to?
Where'd you find him?
Going down that old wash. As soon as he saw us, he took off hightailing. I'm in.
What's your name?
I'm John Ferson.
Throw him in back. Search him. Good.
How you fellas doing, Louis?
Looks like we hit pay dirt.
You work for this Ben Cartwright?
That's right.
How come you'd bring in a horse with a honeycomb brand?
First thing this morning, my horse threw a shoe. I took it easy on him, but he pulled up lame, so I walked him over to this ranch. That's where I met the old man. I swapped him my horse and $1.50 for one of his.
A prudent man in a strange country would have got a bill of sale.
Well, it didn't seem called for. The money was kind of a good faith thing anyway. If Mr. Cartwright had the time, I thought to go back in the morning and then get my own horse back. You can go ask the old man.
No. Your boy up to taking a look at him.
You'll have to be. I want this cleared up. I'll go over to the dock and get him.
Can you please send somebody to the hotel, see if Mr. Cartwright's in yet? He'll come looking for me.
Listen. We're not going to have any outside meddling right now. Because you see, I've passed the word. Get him out of here.
I'll take care of the horses and the gear.
I sure hope this place has a bath.
Yeah. It does. Save me some water, and I don't mean a pee cup either.
Need a couple of rooms. There'll be 3 of us.
Mr. Cartwright. Hey, you got a bath? Yeah, we do.
We're meeting another fellow here. Probably checked in earlier today.
No, sir.
Young fellow, name's Candy.
You're the first today. Must have made better time we figured. The rooms are right at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, he could have been delayed, I guess.
Thank you.
Man and boy, I have been making boots for 30 years. I am the best bootmaker this side of the Mississippi. Lonnie Stern is my name. You've probably heard of me.
No. Can't say that I have.
Well, everybody'd know me if folks around here bought my new boots instead of wearing their old ones until they split. They pull them on and they go all the way up their knees. It's enough to make a body reach for a bottle. Hey, you sure you ain't got one stashed on you?
No, I can't help you.
Well, I told you my name. What'd you say yours was?
Oh, Candy.
That ain't no name for a man.
I don't know. It taught me how to fight.
You take my name, Lonnie. You won't find that on no horse or no lapdog or...
Woman, you don't have to enlarge on it.
You had to mention it, didn't you?
Mention what?
Woman. Makes me think of my wife, and she's the one who put me here. You know, last night, I got home, and we had some words about me drinking, and I had to cuff her a couple of times, you know, just... Well, she carried on something fierce, but there wasn't no need.
Women can be difficult.
Are you married?
No.
Well, don't make out that you know something about it, 'cause you don't. She never done nothing like that before. Well, heck, this time when I... Well, she hardly even lost her balance. Hey, would you settle down? You're making me uneasy.
All right, I will if you tell me what's going on here.
You mean why they're putting people in jail and all?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
All right. Now just sit right down. And then I will tell. It's been going on for a couple, 3 hours, you know.
Yeah.
Tromping around and yelling and riding off.
Why? Confound it, why? What started it?
I was just funning you before. I don't know.
There's nothing like a good laugh to brighten the day.
My feeling, exactly.
On your feet.
Peter, you take a good look at him.
I don't know.
Sheriff, the boy ought to hear him say something.
Yeah. What's your name?
Vern Crandall.
I want you to say this. Go fetch that Jimmy John of coal oil.
What for?
Just repeat it.
I want you to go on and fetch that Jimmy John of coal oil.
Do you recognize the voice, son? Have you seen this man before?
I think so. Maybe. I don't know, Pa.
Take him out to the office, and we'll go over him again. What about this one?
Yeah, I think so.
Peter, are you sure? Now, son, now, just hold on a little longer. Then you can go back and lie down. All right, son. Is this the man you saw today?
Yeah.
This is very important, Pete. We can't afford to have a mistake. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Easy, Jim. Here, take the boy with you. Take him with you.
Hey, Pa! Pa! Pa!
I'm sorry.
All right, let's just leave him alone for a bit.
Don't worry, Mr. Burnham. We've got friends. You'll be taken care of. Don't worry. I promise.
I took a look around, no sign of him. You feel better?
You bet. After scrubbing a couple acres of dirt off of me.
Has there been any messages from me?
No, sir.
That ain't like candy.
No, it isn't. You sure?
Positive.
Yeah.
I see the register, please.
I wouldn't forget a name like Candy. It's not in here.
I'll just take a look for myself.
You can take my word for it, can't you?
Turn it loose.
There's no candy. You won't find it. This person to register was 10 days ago.
Looks like this page has been torn out. Why?
The fella spilled ink on it.
He's been here, hasn't he?
You let me be. I never heard of him.
Hey, I'm sorry. I tried funning with you, teasing you.
It's all right. It's all right.
Now, would you tell me what you done?
Nothing. Do you know a man named Baines or Haynes?
Old man Haynes. He's Burnham's father-in-law. Helps run Burnham's ranch.
Oh, then that was Burnham's ranch I was on this morning. I swapped a horse with old man Haynes about 10 o'clock.
But the boy pointed you out.
Yeah, he must have seen me while I was there. I don't know. That poor boy, he doesn't know what he's saying.
All right, come on. Was it something dreadful? I won't tell anybody.
Will you let it drop? Will you let it drop?
All right. Never seen such a mean-spirited man. I'll be glad to get away from you.
Hey, they're gonna let you out of here pretty soon.
I expect so. Sheriff knows that I'm easy to get along with when I'm sober.
Look, when you get out, I want you to go to the hotel. I want you to find a man named Ben Cartwright. I want you to tell him where I am.
Why should I?
He'll give you some money.
Oh.
Vern? Hey, Vern. I hope it don't do you too much harm. What I done.
Done what?
Saying I saw you up on Burnham's place with another fella this morning.
But you didn't. I was alone.
I had to. I shot one of Burnham's calves for meat, for pot meat. That's 10 years. Yeah. They said to just forget it if I help him. I'm sorry. Yeah, Vern, sure.
An uncommon name like that. If I'd have heard it, it'd have stuck. No, he ain't been here.
Just don't understand it.
Well, there's just the 3 horses in today, the ones he brought.
Is there any other stable in town?
No. That's the one and only.
Hey, whose horse is this? It ain't got your stable's brand on it.
Well, that's Mr. Burnham's Honeycomb brand. He's a regular customer. Oh, when I said only the 3 horses come in, I meant horses I didn't know.
Bob! Candy saddle.
You're mistaken, mister. That's mine.
The left stirrup. See the neck?
Yeah, it's Candace, ain't no question about it.
Look, a lot of saddles have nicks all over them.
It's a strange place to keep a saddle down there.
Look, I'll keep it anywhere I want to. Now, I'm closing up.
Hey, how do you get caught like that? Stupid. You're supposed to be here. Was it? Plain bad luck. Where's the money? Calls himself Candy. I already believe it. Yeah, here. Take this. What's wrong? Listen, get it out of sight.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
The voices.
I didn't hear nothing. I'm sobered up.
Now, this page tore out of the hotel register. That's the one your friend wrote his name on, huh?
Well, we think so, yes. And his saddle was found in the livery stable, hidden under some straw in a box stall.
His?
Yes.
How do you know that? Was it got his name on it someplace?
No, it doesn't have his name on it, but there was a nick in the stirrup leather which we all recognized.
Well, all right. Let's have his description now. How tall?
You
think you'll get out before dark?
I generally do.
You be sure you go straight to Mr. Cartwright now.
Huh?
Tell him I said to give you $20.
That much, huh?
Can you remember the name?
Oh, sure. You better tell me yours again.
All right, now, if I see this candy fella around any place, well, I'll tell him you're over at the hotel.
That's all you're going to do?
Well, that's all I can do.
Well, you can talk to the hotel clerk.
You've already done that. You didn't find out anything.
Well, talk to the fellow at the livery stable. Now, we know that's Candy's saddle.
I'm not going to arrest a man for tearing a page out of his own book. For that saddle, there's probably 100 of them around. Got nicks in them one place or another. Your friend is probably going to show up any minute now and wonder why you fellas are making such a fuss about him. Oh, don't worry, fellas. He'll show up. He'll show up.
I appreciate that, Harry.
I don't want interference any more than you do.
Why don't we get this Candy back in here and really bear down on him?
Yep, may as well let Lonnie out, too. He ought to be sober by now.
Nobody leaving admits seeing him. He's got to be around here someplace.
Yeah, page tore out of the hotel registry. Saddle hidden over there in the livery stable.
Well, he didn't ride out of town bareback either.
I know of a lot of places we haven't looked. Come on.
You go home now, Lonnie. Try to stay out of trouble.
Yes, sir.
Nice knowing you, Bob.
Oh, yeah, you did most.
Hey, Lonnie. No need to do a lot of talking about things. You get my drift?
Uh-huh. You ready to talk?
I've already said everything I'm going to say.
Well, the survivors identified you, boy. We got a witness back there that saw you and your partner within 2 miles of Mr. Burnham's place just a few minutes after the...
Killings. Go ahead and use the word.
It'd be a lot better for you if you was to tell us the whole story. Where's the money? Who's your partner?
I can't help you.
I think I ought to tell you, son, Mr. Burnham here has got his heart set on a confession.
I don't have a lot of faith in courts, mister. But you are not going into one without a confession. Signed, sealed, and delivered.
I'm not going to say another word until I see Mr. Cartwright.
Open up! Open you up!
No luck, you?
No. Where's Joe?
He's at the freight yards out on the edge of town. I been down every street and alley in this town, talked to everybody I could meet. There ain't many out, but nothing.
Yeah, same with me. Well, Candy's in trouble. Wherever he is, we're going to have to find him.
Hold it. Let's put him in here. Easier to feed him.
Looks like they worked you over pretty good.
Yeah. Have they gone?
Yeah. Putting on an act for them, huh?
A little.
They get rough enough, they can make a man talk himself blue in the face. You say anything?
Just ouch every now and then.
My name's John Ferson.
My name's Candy.
None of them knows what he's doing. Temporary deputies.
Ah, that's about what I figured. Nobody will tell me why.
A couple of fellas robbed Burnham's ranch this morning. Killed his wife and her father. Then burned the place down around them.
No wonder they're so stirred up. How come you know about it?
One of the fellas picked me up this morning, told me.
Oh. I kind of got the idea that that sheriff was a bear on everybody being closed-mouthed.
Yeah, well, I guess he didn't get to everybody.
Yeah, I guess not.
Hey! I'll be right back. You'll see.
Nothing? No. Well, I guess we'll wait until morning. Let's go in.
Where is Mr. Cartwright? Oh, come on, where is Mr. Cartwright?
I'm Ben Cartwright.
Give me, the $20.
Suppose they're gonna work you over again.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Don't have to be. They missed it when they searched me. I figured I'd jump them when they bring some food around. I could use some help. If you're game.
Come here.
All right.
You lied to me. You got Candy locked up in jail right here.
All right.
And he's gonna stay locked up.
On what charge?
Robbery, arson, and 2 murders.
Oh, that's a pack of nonsense.
What's this all about?
Doesn't concern you.
Oh, yes, it does concern us. Candy works for us. And we want to talk to him.
Not while I'm still investigating, mister. And when that's done, he can talk to anybody he wants to, not before.
What about bail?
Judge is riding in on Monday. You can see him about bail. Be a waste, though. He's not going to set bail, not for murder.
Look, Candy has a right...
Right. You may carry a lot of weight back home. But around here, you're just another loud noise. I'm busy. You hamper me in any way, I'm liable to toss you in jail.
Is there any lawyer in this town?
Yeah, Ed Phipps. But if you're gonna catch him sober, you better hurry. He starts drinking around noon.
Get back against the wall. I say get back. He don't feel so good. Now, wait a minute.
That knife in your boot, mister, was very convenient, and I'm very suspicious. You're going first.
Hey, hold on a minute, huh? Jim? Jim? Jim, it's me, Johnny. Jim, it's me, Johnny.
Hey! The killers are trying to bust out of jail. Come on, we need some help. Over there. Come on. Sit. Please sit.
A friend of yours out there. Jim tried to kill you, mister. Oh, still trying. Mistaken.
Jim's owned up to it, where he hid money, everything. I've known Jim Hale half my life. I trusted him. Well, turned out all right. The right men in jail, nobody hurt. So, I guess you fellas be heading on back down south.
Yeah. Yes, just as soon as you've given him everything you own.
Excuse me?
An apology.
Oh, well, of course. That goes without saying. I'm real sorry, son.
All right.
Well, boy, you can understand how it is.
I'll try. But don't you count on it.
The law presumes a man to be innocent until proven guilty. Had you gone along with that, you wouldn't have to apologize.
Not guilty.
You hear that? He's not guilty.
But Greiner is guilty. He shot and killed an unarmed man. That jury acquitted him. But I didn't. And I'm not about to.
Hey, John. John!
Not guilty!
Not guilty!
They say he's not guilty! Jury's turned it down! Not guilty!
Greiner's not guilty! Hey, John. Where you going?
Hey, Mr. Deegan, wait up!
He's gonna get himself a gun. I'll bet you. I'll bet you.
There's gonna be a lot of people unhappy about that verdict.
Unhappy? More like wild.
Have you seen Jim Fisher come out?
No, we were looking for him.
Boys, you're blocking the doorway. Please, spread out. Go on home. Go on about your business. I'm bringing Will Greiner out here, and I don't want any fuss or disturbance. You understand? Please, folks, move on. Go ahead. Oh, Ben, I'd like to see you and Hoss over in my office in about 10 minutes. And if you see Jim Fisher, bring him along, will you?
All right, we'll see if we can find him.
Excuse me, people.
Why don't you boys check at the Silver Dollar?
Right, Pop.
There he is.
Murder! You murder!
Please, we can't have that. Over here. Greiner, you step this way, please.
What for?
I'm going to put you in protective custody.
Wait. You can't put me in any cell. Now, when you have no right.
That's where you're wrong, Mr. Greiner. I can and I will lock you up.
Roy, do you know what the places you're doing?
Yes. I'm putting your client in protective custody.
All right, you're the lawyer. Speak up. Tell this old fool what he can and can't do.
I'm going to have to remind you that my client has been tried by the court and acquitted, and here's an order stating you're releasing.
But the circumstances...
You heard him. Now, give me my gun and let me get out of here.
Greiner, I'm doing you a favor by holding you in protective custody. Now you heard that crowd outside.
Forget the crowd. I can take care of myself.
Boy, my client appreciates your offer, but he prefers to go home.
Not yet. Come on.
Roy, you're buying more trouble than you can handle. Do you know what you're doing?
I think I know what I'm doing.
I'll thank you for this. I'll see that you get thrown out of office. Now, you get back to that judge. You get a writ. You get something, but you get me out of here. Now! Guilty.
John, I came straight over here as soon as the judge turned us loose.
Well. Good old George.
Afternoon, Stud. Well, I'm real glad to see you got the place open up again. That's what we all got to do. Pick right up where we left off. Business as usual. I just wanted to be sure you didn't have no hard feelings.
Get out, George.
Now, look, John, you think it was easy? There wasn't one of us on that jury that liked it, but there was nothing else we could do.
Get out now.
All right, if you're going to act that way.
You two start out.
I thought I might go outside.
No, you can earn your beer money somewhere else now. Get out.
Well, looky here. Hey, Stat, look here what I found.
Now, I was only doing my duty.
You ain't never gonna see me in your barber shop ever again. Me and a lot of other people. We'll cut our hair with sheep shears.
Run, you yellow dog, run!
Yeah!
Roy, don't make me go get a writ. It's just gonna make you look bad.
Never mind how it makes him look. Get it.
You gotta release him.
Harry, I've asked these men to come over and see me. I want to talk to them privately. Please sit down, gentlemen.
If it concerns my client, Roy, I'm gonna have to stick around and listen.
I guess that's all right. Ben, at any time before or during the trial, did anyone try to get either of you to change your testimony?
Not me.
No, not me.
Tig, they're trying to frame me. You let them and I'll have your hide on the barn door.
Now,
If there was some hint that you could remember, some suggestion that maybe didn't seem important at the time, I could charge Griner and continue to hold him.
Well, Roy, our testimony concerned that fist fight 2 days before the murder.
Roy, I'm gonna have to protest. You got no grounds for any of this.
I say I do. Jim Fisher told one story in this office. He told another in court. Charlie Tettinger, key witness, never even went to court. Now, somebody got to them for sure, and you know it.
I've been patient with you. Now, you gonna make me go get that writ, or are you gonna release him?
I think Griner should stay in protective custody.
Well, you know, there may be trouble.
Ben, the man is being detained illegally. He wants to go home. You can't hold him here.
All right. You can take him. But if anything happens to him, it's going to be on your head and not mine. Ordinarily, I'd go after Jim and Charlie and shake the truth out of them, but my deputy's in Sacramento, and I just can't leave town the way things are. With some of those people, there's no telling what they'll do.
I tell you, what worries me is Johnny Deegan.
Me too, Ben. See, isn't he a kind of a friend of yours?
Good friend.
Well, then you better get to him and talk to him, and maybe you can stop trouble before it starts.
Gosh.
Please, let me talk to you.
Louise. Oh, come on now, Louise. There's nothing to cry about.
Oh.
Everything's going to be all right, Louise.
Oh, Ben, I'm frightened. He's going to do something dreadful. I know it.
Is Johnny in there?
He must be. I've looked everywhere else. I've got to talk to him.
Louise, why don't you go on home? I'll talk to Johnny and send him over here.
Oh, Ben, I'm worried.
Come on, I'll walk you.
Go ahead. Everything's going to be all right. It's a promise.
Johnny, it's Ben. Go away, Ben. You open up this door, I'll kick it in.
You going to kill Griner?
Well, I've been studying on it. I think that's what I've got to do.
I think you'll find this all in order. I can see it at the edge of town.
No need.
Griner, you've been acquitted. It ain't gonna hurt you now to tell the truth.
Now, don't you say nothing.
You did a good job, Counselor. Send me the bill.
I will, Griner. And it's going to be a big one.
Are you standing up for Will Griner?
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to stop you from making a bad mistake.
Oh, Ben, I can think for myself.
Can you? Think about this. Griner will have men all around him. I suppose you did cut him down. The odds are they'd kill you. And even if they didn't, you'd still be charged with murder. And Griner just isn't worth it.
No, but Frank was. We grew up together, Ben. He was the finest man I ever knew.
Yes, he was.
Yes. And he believed in law and order. He believed he could hang on to that quarter section even when Will Griner decided he wanted it. Now, that's what cost him his life.
We don't know that Griner killed him.
Oh, I do, Ben. The last thing that Frank ever said to me, you heard me say it in the court. If anything happens to me, look to Will Griner.
What about Louise? Have you thought about her?
I've got to do what I think is right.
That trial was raw, Harry. You know that.
Yeah, Roy, but Fury found my client innocent.
There'll be others. And they're going to be a lot harder to convince. Go fishing, Harry. Week, 10 days till the stink gets out of town.
Well, Roy, unfortunately, like you, I got a living to make.
Hey, here he comes, that old devil.
Will you stand clear, Ben?
John, the law isn't through with him yet. Give us a chance, will you? I think we can prove that he tampered with the witnesses.
You go on about your own business.
Now, John, if I have to, I'll knock you clear across this room. What are we going to fight about?
Hey, Dagan!
Well, Cartwright, you two try to get me hanged. You'll find I'm not the forgiving sort. The both of you.
I give the law another chance. I'll wait.
Thank you.
But not for long, Ben.
Well, listen, I ain't got time to gab right now. Like you see, I'm getting ready to go.
This isn't a social call, Mr. Fisher. The sheriff would like to talk to you.
No, like I said, I ain't got time. I gotta get out of here.
Something about perjury.
$470, $480, $490, $500.
Well, I found it.
Jim, there's very few men in this county that carry that kind of cash around. And if they lost it, I'd know it.
I can't have that.
Now, Will Griner, he's got this kind of money. He paid you, didn't he?
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
All right. Then I'll just keep the money and try to find the rightful owner. You can run along home.
Now, wait a minute, Sheriff.
No, that's all right. Go ahead. Too bad you're going to miss that little trip you'd planned, though.
Sheriff, Mr. Cartwright, they'll shut me up for good and all if I don't get out of here.
Who will?
Well, I can't tell you that, Sheriff. I dassn't.
Now, look, level with me. I'll protect you, providing you tell the truth.
Well, the other night, this fella, he knocked on my window, you know.
Who was it?
Well, I couldn't see. It was dark, and that's the truth. Anyways, they told me I better change my story about, seeing Griner on the road just before I found Frank Wheatner dead. They said if I didn't, they'd kill me. And if I did, they'd pay me $500. Now, Roy, there's no identification. You can't arrest Griner on that. Yeah, but there's more. I told him I might be willing to deal, if I could get a sign from the head man himself. And so the next day in court, well, Griner, he kind of nodded at me and, held up his hand like this, you know what I mean? So I nodded back at him, and I just changed the part of my story to where I said I didn't recognize him on the road, but I did, and it was Griner. Jim, there's one other thing. Huh? Who gave you the money? Will Griner.
Griner?
After you turned him loose, he come to my place and gave me the money. Roy, you're going to arrest Griner, aren't you?
Just as quick as I can get out there.
Want me to help you?
I sure do, Ben. If you get Hoss to keep an eye on Jim here, I'd appreciate it to have you ride with me and back me up.
Now, Roy, there's one other thing. Griner will probably ask you to send for me. Well, this time you tell him to get another lawyer. I'll get Hoss.
That'll be a pleasure.
You want to do something?
Yeah, sure. What you want to do?
I don't know. Anything you want.
We could have had a hanging. Right here in town, too. If there'd been any kind of a jury.
Hey, you want to go over to the barber shop and hoorah old George Lassen some more?
He closed up.
He was some jury foreman.
He's probably hiding under the bed.
It was a shame about the hanging.
Yeah. And Johnny Deegan. I was counting on him taking a shot at Griner.
Yeah, I wonder what got into him.
I was counting on it.
Everything's just kind of petered out.
Hey. I know what we can do. Directly after it gets dark, we'll go over to old Lady Curran's dress store. Bust in one of the windows.
Well, we can still do it. Makes it even better. Lets everybody know how we feel.
Yeah.
Cartwright, you never quit trying, do you? That won't do you any good, because I'll reach out and put my mark on you wherever you are.
No, not that one. Come on. That's the one. Do it. Come on. It's gonna make a fearsome racket. It was your idea. Can you plan it? Don't tickle it. Hit it.
Subornation to perjury.
Yes, it means... Well,
I understand what it means. And I understand it's not a hanging offense.
No.
Will Griner committed a hanging offense. Now we have the proof.
Yes, I believe that there are procedures for getting a new trial sometimes.
Let's do that.
Well, it's not that easy, and it takes time. And in the end, the whole case would depend on a man who's already proven that he's capable of lying under oath, and any half-decent defense attorney would tear him apart. I don't think we could get a conviction.
What's the penalty for this subornation thing?
About 5 years.
Oh, that's wonderful. Just dandy.
Well, I know you're disappointed.
You've done everything you could, Ben, and I appreciate that.
I think it's the best we could do under the circumstances. Well, I best be getting along.
Now, good night, Ben.
Good night.
We will hang Will Grinder from a sour apple tree. We will hang Will Grinder from a sour apple tree. We will hang Will Grinder from a sour apple tree. And he won't go marching on. We will hang Will Grinder from a sour apple tree. We will hang Will Grinder from a sour apple tree. We will hang Will Grinder from a sour apple tree. And he won't go marching
Then we gotta break this up. Men, you've had your fun now. Come on, let's break this up. Go on up the street, please. Come on, Tim. Let's go. Up to the saloon, up to the Silver Dollar. Have fun. Let's break this thing up. John, I want to talk to you over my office. John?
Well, am I under arrest?
No. I've got a pretty fair idea of who's responsible for that little prank, and I think you do, too. So if you just tell the boys to settle up with Mrs. Curran, I'll forget about it.
Is that all you want with me?
No, it isn't, John. You've got lynching in mind.
Well, I expect that's a pretty common notion tonight. You've been speaking to him, Ben?
Nope. He didn't have to. Because I know if there's any real trouble, you're going to be right in the middle of it. Maybe even start it. But the thing that worries me is that everybody knows how I feel about Will Griner, and that might just lead to a bad misunderstanding.
Such as?
Thinking that I might just put up a token fight if somebody tried to take him. But I'd shoot, John. I'd shoot to kill anybody that tried to take a prisoner from me illegally.
Is that all?
You can just spread that word to anybody that thinks different, and including yourself.
John, I hope you and me don't end up on opposite sides of this.
Well, now, that's up to you.
We'll be on the side we've always been.
The side of the law.
Law isn't perfect, but where would we be without it?
Ben, that all only makes sense when it's just.
Would there be any justice without it?
John, go on home. Drop it.
That was going to be my advice to you.
comes to the worst, I can depend on you, can I?
Of course.
When do you reckon little Joe and Candy will be back in town?
As soon as they find Charlie Tettinger. Roy.
Yeah?
I think maybe I better hunt up Al Crane, see if we can round up some of the boys.
Good idea.
Tettinger! I found his horse. He's grazing out back.
All this stuff's still in there.
Well, looks like he ran into some kind of trouble along the way, and his horse came wandering back in here.
Why don't we take him with us, see what we can find out?
Yeah.
Crane, your daughter ran over to my house, said you wanted to see me.
Oh, yes, Bert. You know Ben Cartwright.
Sure, Ben.
Good to see you, Bert.
Ben here has some disturbing news. I wanted you to hear it.
The lynching talk, huh? I think it's just talk. What do you think?
Well, I think there's every possibility of trouble.
It's like choosing the lesser of two evils, Griner or a lynching. I'm sorry, bad joke. What did you want from us, Ben?
Well, Bert, you're the captain of the volunteer brigade. You're chairman of the Civic Fathers. There's 50 men right there. Round them up. Bring them down to the jail.
And risk their necks for Will Griner?
Well, with that many men, there wouldn't be much of a risk.
Ben, can you guarantee that?
Well, no, I can't guarantee.
Well, now, even if you couldn't, I don't think that my men would lift one finger to help Griner.
Well, Griner has nothing to do with it. We're talking about a principle, not a man.
As a matter of fact, the town will be better off without Griner.
Well, be that as it may, the fact still remains. Do we want a lynching in Virginia City or don't we? And if we don't, we've got to do something about it.
Ben's got a point there, Bert. We've got to uphold the law.
One man's life, a guilty man at that, against the lives of innocent townspeople?
Now, look, if Griner is lynched, they won't be innocent.
That's right. And if something does happen tonight, we'll throw the full weight of the community and the law against whoever does it. That's proper and it's sensible. But we can't go around carrying guns half of the night, worrying our wives.
I'll go along with that.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Sorry to have troubled you.
Hey, T! Come out, meet your new client! T, here I am. Come on out here, T. We'll teach you what real law's like. Go on, get him, T. Hey! T! Hey, T, I want you to write some papers for me. T, you got some clients out here.
She ain't coming out.
This ought to get him out.
Come on. Let's go get him.
Yeah. Get up, Pete.
Get away from there. Pete! Get away from there. Come here. What's the idea? Don't you know this is private property? You're attempting to break and enter. I'm taking you in. Come on.
Come on now, Roy. Quit.
What are you picking on him for, Roy? Now, you shut up or I'll be taking you in, too.
Oh, come on, Roy. We just have a little fun.
What's the idea? Hey, what is this? Roy?
Hey, John.
Hey, John, you know what we done? We smashed an old Teague's window.
Wasn't it grand?
I don't think the sheriff will be bothering us too much anymore either.
You boys know that Griner's not going to get more than 5 years in prison.
No.
It's a fact.
Well, that ain't fair. That ain't fair at all.
I mean to see he gets hanged.
Attaboy, John.
But with him in jail, I'm going to need all the help I can get. Are you game, boys?
Sure. We'll get you all the help you need.
You got it, John. Right, but do it quietly. Bring them down to the store. I'll be waiting there.
Can you spare me a minute, Johnny?
Louise. What are you doing out so late?
Is killing Will Griner going to bring Frank back?
No, of course not.
Then all you're doing is satisfying your own idea of revenge.
No, I am not a vengeful man.
What do you call it?
Justice. Having a sense of what's right and wrong and living by it. I'm not going to argue with you, Louise. This doesn't concern you.
Do you know that there are men in this town, respectable men, willing to stand by and let you do their dirty work for them? And, Johnny, when it's over, they'll punish you. All self-righteous and indignant.
No.
They are using you. You'll be destroyed. That does concern me.
Ben Cartwright told you this.
Yes, he did.
But it can't be helped.
Oh, Johnny. In mercy's name, we've been planning a future together. What happens to that? Please, think. Be practical.
I am being practical. Will Griner's beaten one trial already. It's likely he'll beat another. How can I show my face around this town with him running free?
Then we will move. I'll go anywhere with you. Johnny, please. Please.
It's all right, boys. Come on in. The lady's just leaving.
Thought you'd be safer here than just leaving him at the doctor's office.
Boy, they sure worked you over, didn't they?
Yeah, afraid I ain't gonna be much help to you. But I'm gonna have to deputize you too. So if you raise your right hand, please. You solemnly swear to enforce and uphold the laws of the state of Nevada to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
I do.
You're deputized.
Cartwright, turn me loose. Let me make a run for it.
Not in your life.
Listen, if they bust in here, make sure they get the right man. I mean, I hear tell all of them making mistakes and getting the wrong man. Mr. Cartwright, you said you take care of Mr. Cartwright.
Been a lot of excitement out there. Maybe it's been enough to satisfy him. Maybe it's all over, huh?
Maybe.
Do you have any luck with Al Crane?
No. I don't think we're going to get any help from them.
All right, John. The rest of them are gathering outside.
Well, that ought to be more than enough. All right, boys, listen to me. Listen. What we're going to do is only common justice. Will Griner shot and killed an unarmed man because he wanted that man's land and water. And then he bribed the witnesses to get himself an acquittal. Well, Griner's got to pay for that at the end of a rope tonight. Yeah. All right. Now, there may be a little trouble at the jail.
Well, the sheriff's taken care of.
Well, that might help. And I'll surely try to get us in without any trouble. But there's almost sure to be some sort of difficulty after it's all over. So I want us all to pledge your solemn word that we'll stick together and see this through right to the end. You get it. Now listen. After we've gotten Griner out, nobody is to torment him. Beyond tying him up, you're not to raise a hand to him. We've got a wagon We'll take him down to the freight depot. There's a hoist. We'll hang him there. Agreed?
Right.
Let's get on with it.
Hey, Paul. Paul? You hear anything? Better take shotgun.
What is it? What is it? What's going on? Mr. Cartwright!
What are you loading with?
Double lot.
So am I.
Back me up.
Sheriff! Mr. Cartwright!
That's far enough.
Ben, I want to talk to you.
That's a good idea.
We've come to get Will Griner. I'm only asking you to stand out of the way so that we can take him quietly.
You know I can't do that.
I know there's just you and Hoss, so we'll get him. The only question is, must we spill blood to do it?
Now listen to me, John.
No. I've heard enough of talk and threats and arguing.
We've been friends for a long time.
And we can still be if you'll just get out of our way.
Can you shoot me? Because that's what it'll come down to if you try to come in here.
I've already put aside everything that matters to me. I'll not let anything stand in my way. I'll be coming first, right in front. Can you kill me? Study on it, Ben.
Most of those fellas out there are friends of yours.
I've been thinking on that.
You're gonna have to decide what to do. I can't ask you to shoot.
You don't have to.
Let's go.
The next one is coming right at you.
Come on! Let's get him!
Have you had enough? Have you? Go on home. Go on home. We need a doctor, Hoss.
Yeah, right away, Cole.
John, I'm sorry. I didn't want to shoot. I didn't have any choice.
That changes nothing. We'll get him another time.
We found Tettinger. Shot in the back.
Tettinger was a friend of mine. Well, Jim, that's why we're asking you to help us. You were both witnesses. You both saw Griner right after Wheatley's death. Well, all I know is they told Tettinger and me if we didn't take the money, they'd kill us. So I took it. He didn't, and he's dead.
That had to be one of Griner's gun hands. But they'll peach on each other, and I'll find out from them which one it was. Now, you can depend on that.
What'll happen to Will Griner?
I don't believe he'll hang, but I can guarantee you that he'll spend the rest of his life in prison. You can go, Jim. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Let's go away. I'm a little amused at my own virtue. I found this in the street. You happen to know any careless girls with skinny fingers?
Well, now, Candy, I just might.
Ben, I don't suppose we can put all the pieces together.
No, I suppose not, but maybe some of them. Why don't you start by putting this one where it belongs?
Roy? Thank you, boy.
Let's go.